What's up, everybody? Getting up in the stream. Let's go ahead and load in to the race. What's up, everybody? Welcome back for some action here tonight. It is gonna be a good one here tonight. Looks like we got about 30-something cars. 31 cars have taken lap times right now. Landon Moody out there with the quick time. Asher second. He is out there doing his third lap, looking to pick up the pace, maybe knock Landon Moody off the top of the charts. Mark Thrash currently in that number 6 spot. Oh, it looks like he is not going to complete his third lap. He's going to be starting on the pole as it stands right now. Max Wong out on the track. Shane Haas out on the track right now. Right now with Asher as he comes across the line. Looks like he is going to be in that number 2 spot for tonight's main event. How's everybody doing here tonight? How you guys doing? Looks like Max is just rolling around at the bottom. I think just about everybody has put down a lap time as we are going to get into tonight's for the win. What's up? What's up, Riley? Ooga booga. What's up, Yellow? As these guys out on the track getting ready for tonight's main event. It is going to be 2 heat races, 1 consi, and a 30-lap feature here tonight in the 87s. Uh-oh. Riley donated over on TikTok. What did he donate? Let's see if it's going to show me what he donated. He sent me a heart. Me appreciate that. Appreciate that, buddy. As that is going to be the end of qualifying, we're going to get into tonight's race. Let's get ready for heat race number 1. Starting on the pole here tonight, it is going to be Mark Thrash. Outside of him, it's going to be Joe Sullivan. Starting in that number 3 spot here tonight, it's going to be the number 69, I'm assuming, of Keith Hackney. Oh, is that not a 69 for him tonight? Number 57 of Keith Hackney. Outside of him, it's going to be Max Wong. Starting inside row number 3 in that number 5 spot, it's going to be the 25 of Brady Gotch. Outside of him in the number 2, it's going to be Shane Weatherington. Starting in that number 7 spot, it's going to be the 27 of Jonathan Burt. Outside of him in the number 23, it's going to be David Mayo. Then in that number 9 spot, it's going to be Kellum Bremer. Outside of him in the 65, it's going to be Bill Sleep. Starting 11th, it's going to be Scott Howell. In that number 12 spot, it's going to be Spaghetti. Starting inside, row number 7, in that number 13 position, it's going to be Riley Green. Outside of him, it's going to be Jack Manelis, I think is how I say it. Maybe I got that wrong. You guys can look real quick. All right. We're going to get ready for tonight's first heat race as they pull out on the track. Mark Thrash going to lead the way in that number 14. Oh, God. Barless done got slow. Yeah. The 87s are different. I actually struggle a lot with 87s at this track. Put me on Michigan, and I do great. Super Speedway, I suck. All right, just a reminder, guys, this start will be on green. There are no cautions. Top 8 transfer through. Everybody else off to the consi. All right. So Mark Thrash going to be inside the pace car. He's identifying as a pace car right now. As they come down the back straightaway. We're going to be looking for the green flag this time. Where are you going, Mark? You taking the chicane? There's no chicane. As they are going to get the green flag this time by Mark Thrash and company down the back straightaway. Who's it going to be here tonight? Who's your picks, guys? Let me know in the chat. Who do you think is going to be here tonight? Who is going to be our winner here in heat race number 1? Into turn number... Man, these pace laps are so long. I struggle with it. Who's out there? And now, let's see. Got a few people over there. A couple over there. None there. Few there. All right, we are looking for that green flag out of turn number 4 as they come down the front straightaway. When that green flag... You're going for Max? Max is not a bad pick. As the pace car is in, looking for the green flag. It's going to be Mark Thrash and Joe Sullivan on that front row. Keith Hackney's always a good pick. As they come to the line, Mark Thrash waiting to go. Green flag is out. Green flag's out as they head for turn number 1 and 2. Thrash going to lead the way in that number 14. He's got Joe Sullivan hanging on that outside as they head through turn number 1 and 2. It's going to stay 2 by 2 for those first 3 rows. They have dropped back a little bit. Right now it is going to be Keelam in that final transfer spot as they come down the back straightaway. He's in that number 17, looking for turn number 3. Joe Sullivan on the high side with the advantage as they head into turn number 3, but here comes Mark Thrash fighting back as Joe has no help up on the outside as Max is going to fall back. He's going to fall all the way back to 7th. He's going all the way to the back of that number 21. So Max falling to the back of the pack as they come across the start finish line. Mark Thrash going to lead the way. He's going to have Keith Hackney on that back bumper into turn number 1 and 2. Bird transfer or die trying, right? What's up, Lovelace? Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Oh, they're going to shuffle for position. Drag race heading for turn number 3. They're 3 wide. Hackney going to take the lead into turn number 3. Thrash going to get stuck up in that third lane. He's going to shuffle himself back all the way back to that number 6 spot. You don't want to go much further back than that. Oh, we got one spinning. Bill Sleep goes around in the 65. He's going to collect Scott Howell as Spaghetti down through the grass in that number 11. Not sure what happened to him as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Going to be Hackney leading the way. Thrash trying to fight back. He's giving a big old push to the back bumper of Shane Weatherington, I think it is. Up on that outside as they're making ground forward, heading for turn number 3. Right now, Jonathan Burt is in a solid transfer spot in that number 6 position as we got a little bit of a breakaway here. Keelam all by himself. He's looking pretty good for a transfer. Oh, we're wrecking. Oh, we're wrecking up at the front. Wrecking up at the front. What happened there? Mark Thrash with a ton of damage on that number 14. Let's see what happened here. Oh, did Hackney get a bump? Big wreck. Wow. Big wreck. I think Brady just got him in the back bumper, turned him around. Brady takes the lead. He's got Jonathan Burt behind him. Jack and Keelam going to race it out for that number 3 and 4 spot. Max is in right now. Weatherington is in. David Mayo is in. Joe Sullivan is limping it. Here comes Bill Sleep. He's looking to go into the final transfer spot. So Bill Sleep up into that number 8 spot as he comes across the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. They're going to get the white flag up at the front. 1 lap to go for Brady Gotch. Oh, is that what happened? That's unfortunate. Down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. Lap traffic up ahead as they head for turn number 3. What happened? Not really sure what happened with our leaders as they wrecked down the back straightaway. Jonathan Burt trying to limp his way in. Jack is going to take the win here. Keelam second. Jonathan Burt, can he roll it around 4th? Oh, Brady on his lid as it looks like Jonathan Burt going to transfer his way in that number 27 machine. We still got a 30-lap feature. Jonathan Burt going to take third place. Max going to come across in fourth. Bill Sleep in fifth. David Mayo looking to limp it across in that number 6 spot. Shane Weatherington, as Mark Thrash is racing his way in that number 14. Mark Thrash going to take that number 8 spot, transfers his way in, as it looks like Riley Green, Scott Howell, Spaghetti, Brady Gotch, Joe Sullivan, and Keith Hackney going to have to transfer their way in through in an LCQ. Well, that got a little wild. Let's see if this one will be a little bit more mellow as we're going to get ready for tonight's Heat Race number 2. Starting on the pole here tonight, it is going to be Mario Dinatal. Am I saying that right? Outside of him, it's going to be Kenny Storkson. Starting in that number 3 spot, it is going to be Justin Farless with Dalton DeRosa in that number 4 position. Going to be Shane Haas starting in 5th, Jared Murphy in 6th, Robert Lovell in that number 7 spot. Jared Gotch going to be in 8th. Stephen Kellogg in 9th. Clint Sheehan going to be in that number 10 spot. Joseph Flannering in 11th. Glenn in 12th. Going to be Remington James in 13th. And Colton Burns, I do not think is here, is going to round out the field here tonight in Heat Race number 2 as they're going to get ready for some green flag action. Mark made it in. That's wild. I don't know if that Brady said that was on him. Let's wreck. It's probably going to happen, Remington. Yeah, you're in a good spot to watch it. As they head into turn at number 1 and 2, Mario going to lead the field. Just a friendly reminder, the start is on green. I just don't think they knew where you were going to go. I don't think you knew where you were going to go. They had room to get around you. Is what it is. So we got a couple regulars in here trying to race their way into tonight's feature. Who's it going to be? I'll tell you what, Clint did not qualify horrible. He's back in that number 9 spot. He's just one spot out of a transfer position in that number 69. Can he make his way in here tonight without a wreck? Can he make it in racing? We're going to find out here as they are looking for the green flag here tonight out of turn number 4. Who's your picks here tonight for Heat Race number 2 as the pace car is going to pull in? Jonas with the 4 Tiny Dinies and the Dolphin. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, Rowdy. Appreciate that. As the pace car goes in, we are looking for that green flag here tonight. 2 by 2 all the way through the field. Who's it going to be here tonight? Looking for that green flag is out. Nobody spins the tires amazingly as they come to the line. Clint's going to be a little bit asleep here. He's got to get on the gas. He's going to hold up Glenn up on that high side. Glenn going to go to the outside into turn number 1 and 2. You got to stay with the pack. Why was that so bad? Not far less. Up at the front, going to be Kenny leading the way. Here comes Mario down low. Oh, they're going to be 3 wide behind him for that number 3 spot as they jockey for position down the back straightaway. Looking for turn number 3. Steven, you should be in the Kellogg car. I'm just saying. Are you in the Kellogg car? You are in the Kellogg car, aren't you? No, you're in the Wrangler. Your car's above you, bud. All right. Oh, we got one in the wall. The 54 is hard in the wall in turn number 1 and 2. Jared is going to get caught up in that one. Kenny caught up in that one. That is unfortunate there as they get caught up all by themselves in turn number 1. Back up to the front. It's going to be Justin down on the bottom side. He's going to make Todd try to eat his words there as they head into turn number 1 and 2. It's going to be Farless. Here comes Dalton down low in that number 9 machine. DeRosa going to get that run out of turn at number 4. It's going to be a drag race down the front straightaway. Shane Haas going to take it up the middle as the 8 gets left up all by himself. Farless. Oh, we are almost spinning. Oh, save it, Dalton. Dalton, what a big save. He's going to lose a ton of ground, but no damage there as they head into turn number 1 and 2. What a save out of Dalton. That was impressive. All right, who's in that final transfer spot? Right now it is Joseph. Clint is keeping with the field in that number 69. Could he race his way in? Shane Haas going to be to the outside of Mario. Mario going to have the edge into turn number 3, but here comes Shane Haas fighting back on the outside. Big run out of turn number 2. Shane Haas or turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Shane Haas taking the lead, but here comes the bottom lane. Oh, big sideways. Oh, big hit into the 54. 2 laps to go. If that isn't bad luck, Kenny, I don't know what is. Oh, my God. Shane Haas going to lead it down the back straightaway as they are jockeying for position behind him. Jared Gotch up in here. Clint Sheehan is in that final transfer spot. Don't count him out. And look at this. Remington James started shotgun on the field. He's in that number 3 position. Remington trying to... Are we going to have to call him Remington by the end of this one as they come down the front straightaway looking for the start-finish line? It is going to be 1 lap to go. They're 3 wide. Remington sideways through the tri-oval. That tri-oval has been treacherous. We've seen a few people get loose and lose it there. Remington way sideways. Oh, he goes around in turn number 1. We got another one sideways. Keep it going. Keep it going. They're not done. The 83's in the spin cycle. Oh, him and Remington get together. Oh, that is unfortunate as Jared is still trying to hold on to that number 5 position. Remington is in the final transfer spot. Get it going, guys. That's the race for the transfer. No, Remington, the right way. Oh, no. They're trying to get it going straight. That is the battle for the transfer spot as Shane Haas looking to win. He raced number 2, but here comes Flannery to the outside. They're going to touch at the line. Shane Haas takes the win. Joseph, Farless, Steven, Glenn, Clint Sheehan going to race his way in. Jared's going to limp it across. Robert's leading. Here comes Dalton DeRosa. He's in a hurry. In a mission. Dalton's going to pass him for the final transfer spot. He's going to take that final position coming to the line. What a run out of Dalton. That was a hell of a save, Dalton. And, man, that paid off because you got that spot. Wow, what a finish here tonight. And he raced number 2. We're going to get ready for the LCQ. There's some good ones in the LCQ. Remington had some speed. We're going to see Keith Hackney in the LCQ. Oh, this is about to get wild, boys. All right, we're going to get them lined up once again here for the LCQ. Looked like a lot of people were getting loose in that tri-oval. Starting on the pole here tonight in the LCQ, it's going to be Brady Gotch. Outside of him, it's going to be Robert. Is it Lavelle? I don't know. It's going to be Riley Green starting in 3rd. Remington James at 4th. Scott Howell's going to start in that number 5 spot. Mario in 6th. Going to be Spaghetti in the number 7 position. Kenny in 8th. Joe Sullivan in 9th. Going to be Jared Murphy in that number 10 spot. And Keith Hackney in 11th. All right, guys. Start will be on green. Top 5 transfer through. Have some fun. It's actually a pretty decent LCQ. There's a couple good ones in here. My back. Oh, that was so bad. You got nailed. You got hammered. Kenny, you got so caught up at the last minute there. That was pretty wild. All right, we're going to start them off down the back straightaway. It is going to be 2x2. Keith Hackney by himself at the back. Watch for him to make some big moves up to the front. They got 6 laps to do it here in the LCQ. Well, if the last 2 races proved anything, it's don't give up, because they're probably going to wreck again. All right, we are looking for the green flag in the tri-oval here tonight. The tension is high with these drivers. Top 5 get to transfer through. Brady got Robert on that front row. Who's it going to be here tonight? Hackney's trying to wreck already. All right, yeah, Riley's up towards the front. Hopefully he gets a good jump here as the pace car is going to pull off out of turn number 4 here down onto pit road. That was wild, Remington. That was freaking wild. As they look for the green flag. Who's it going to be here tonight? Green flag is out. Hackney going to hang back a little bit as Riley going to spin the tires. We're going to have to throw a clear of a black there. Riley spun the tires. I cleared the blacks there. Riley definitely spun the tires. Checked you guys up some. Down into turn number... Oh, or did that. Down the back straightaway. They are shuffling 4 positions. These guys trying to make ground. Keith Hackney still sitting at the back. This might be the smart place to be. If you can stay with the field, you still got a chance regardless where you're at. As there's contact, as Remington going to push up the track. Pushes Kenny. Or not Kenny. Pushes Spaghetti up the track as they come out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway, looking for turn number 1 and 2. Remington's going to drift up the track almost into Robert. Robert's going to fall back to that number 10 spot. They're going to keep it straight for now. Right now, it is the Brady Gotch leading the way. Sullivan in second. Howell in third. Murray. Oh, big hit. Big hit for Remington into turn number 1 and 2. Oh, my God. Remington just murdered the wall there. I'm sure there was a little contact from behind. As they head into turn number 3 and 4, going to be... Oh, we got another one in the wall. Riley Green hard into the wall. Riley hard into the wall there. What happened there? Oh, he just got loose. He just got... Oh, little net code. Oh, net code got him. Oh. They would have touched, maybe, but that was definitely... Oh, no! Scott Howell around, flipping down the back straightaway. Stay in the gas. As we move back up to the front, we got a 4-car breakaway. Hackney in that number 5 spot trying to catch the field as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4, down the front straightaway, we're going to have 3 laps to go halfway through this one. If these guys get working together, they might be able to catch that front of the field. You know, these cars, you can catch them without a ton of pull, and these guys racing is definitely going to help. Jared trying to get himself a little bit of breathing room, jumps to the outside of the 3 of Mario through turn number 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, that pack is catching as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. About halfway through this one as they head into turn number 3. A little past the halfway point. Yeah, they have caught him. Hackney is there. He is catching a big whiff of that draft now. He's brought company as Kenny is right behind him as they come out of turn number 4. 2 laps to go at the line. 2 more laps for Brady to hold on. And these guys racing for that number 3 spot is definitely drawing the rest of the pack in. We got a big race for the final transfer spot. Here comes Kenny looking down low into turn number 1 and 2. These cars are on edge. You can see them. They're sliding on their own. We've seen a few self-spins as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Jockey in 4th position. Looking into turn number 3. Brady going to lead the way. Joe in 2nd. Joe seems pretty content right now, but if that field gets pushing on him, he's going to be looking to make a move here tonight. As they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway, it is going to be white flag this time by... We're going to have 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go. Here comes Joe. Joe's feeling the pressure. He's looking for the lead. Brady just trying to hold on. He knows he's in a transfer spot. The 3 gets loose. Oh, he gets into the 1 of Murphy. Oh, Hackney's in the wall. Oh, no. Hackney in the wall. Oh, the 11 of Joel's in the wall. Oh, no. That's going to pull the 1 well out of there. Is there 3 wide for the lead into turn number 3? Kenny's into the wall. Kenny in the wall. Oh, that might be a race for the transfer spot as they're side by side for the lead. Here comes Murphy. Murphy's in as it's going to be Joel on the outside. Here comes Brady down low. Brady with the run. Joel sideways. They touch. Coming to the line. Brady gets the win. Joe in 2nd. Robert 3rd. Jared in that number 4 spot. Mario's not going to make it. Kenny doesn't make it. Spaghetti going to limp across the line. He does not make it. That is unfortunate for him. All right, so he's going to help. He's going to help the 11 make it to the line. Yeah, what happened to Scott? Oh, wow, that got wild. Let's see what happened to Scott. Oh, Scott got the wall and oh my God. What a wild one so far here tonight as we're going to get ready for tonight's feature. These guys going to get out on the track, do a little bit of whatever they're going to do. Probably go backwards. We're going to get ready for tonight's main event. It is going to be... It was pretty wild. You almost got in there. That was a wild one for sure. That was definitely a wild one as we're going to get a 3-minute warm up here. We're going to get into tonight's main event. It is going to be 30 laps here tonight. A lot of these guys are taking the extra laps. Oh, except for right there, we got Shane and the 03. Mark's trying to do the flip. Oh my God, they're wrecking. Lovelace. There will be cautions. Yes, there will. They're admin cautions. All right, guys. I will go through how the cautions will work in the feature once we get on the lineup, but there will be cautions in the feature, just so you know. Got Moody t-shirts will be going on sale next month. Inspired by Keith Hackney. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a boogity, boogity, boogity. We're going to have some people using some fast repairs pretty early on. Pretty early on here. We're going to have some fast repairs used up, I got a feeling. As these guys are going to get, maybe they'll get settled in and just ride for a while. We'll find out. They did last week. Last week we had some great racing. Will we see some more of that this week? That's going to be the question. These cars are a lot harder to drive than those Xfinity cars. What was that, Clint? Oh no, they're inside of each other. Shane out there having a little bit of fun. All right, it is time. We run these pretty often, Riley, so you'll get your money's worth out of it. All right, let's go through tonight's starting lineup really quick, and then I can do a quick little thing for these guys. I might do it halfway through this. It's going to be Landon Moody starting in that number 1 spot. Asher Hansen in second. Going to be Frederick in that number 3 position. Adam in 4th. Going to be Zach Lovelace in the number 5 spot. They're super fun. I don't like them on super speedways personally, but I love them on just about any other track. Going to be Jack in the number 6 position. Shane Haas going to be in the number 7 spot. With Keelam in 8th. Going to be Joseph in the number 9 position. Jonathan Burt in 10th. Justin Farless going to start in 11th. Max Wong in 12th. Going to be Stephen Kellogg in the number 13 spot. Bill Sleep in 14th. Glenn Jameson in 15th. Going to be David Mayo starting in 16th. Clint Sheehan 17th. Shane Weatherington in 18th. Going to be Jared Gotch in that number 18 spot. Number 19 spot. Mark Thrash in 20th. Going to be Dalton DeRosa in the number 21 spot. Brady Gotch in 22nd. Joe Sullivan 23rd. Robert 24th. And then rounding out the rest of the field, it's going to be Murphy and Mario. Appreciate. Where the hell is Jonathan Burt? He's starting from pit road. Probably safest place for him. All right, guys. Just a reminder, this start is on green. Restarts will be on leader. No passing before the start finish line unless, somebody messes up like we've seen in the LCQ, and then I will clear black flags, but other than that, don't jump out of line. Cautions. I will throw them as needed. I've tried to keep it around 3 or 4. I know these are tough. There will be some wrecks. If it's just 1 or 2 or 3 cars, maybe even 4, I might let it slide. Go get the fast repair. We'll give you your laps back when we get a caution. Just make sure I clear your blacks before you go on pit road. But yeah, have some fun here tonight. And like I said, if you get in a wreck, get that fast repair, even if I don't throw the caution yet, because we will get a caution and you'll get those laps back. Yeah, thanks for coming out, everyone. Looking for that green flag out of turn number 4. It's going to be side by side out of turn number 4. 2 by 2. Pace car is in. Here it goes. It's going to be Landon Moody leading the way with Asher on the outside. That's a young front row, I'll tell you that. As we look for the green flag. Green flag is out as they come across the start finish line. It is going to be 30 laps here tonight as they head into 1 and 2. Will they keep it clean on lap number 1? We got one up to the top side. That is Mark Thrash trying to make some moves by himself as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Big run as it looks like Max is going to go ahead and pull out of this one as they come down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3. So far, keeping it lean and green. Heading for turn number 3, Moody on the inside. Asher still on the outside. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Looks like Jonathan Burt has made his way out on the track as these guys jockey for position. Coming to the line, Moody going to have it to himself as Asher's going to come down. He's going to blink a little bit as they come through the trioval. Moody's going to lead lap number 1. So they made it. They survived through lap number 1. It's going to be Moody and now Jack McNillis up on the outside. He gets a push. He's going to get the wall just a little bit as they come out of turn at number 2 down the front back straightaway, if I can remember where we are, heading for turn number 3. Tires are going to be a thing here. These guys have unlimited tires. Expect to see these guys down on pit road getting tires. It looks like we had one in the wall. Robert in the wall in that number 83. Definitely has some damage. Is he going to be able to recover from that? That is a pretty good lick on that number 83. He's going to fall back into that number 24 spot as Jonathan Burt is out on the track rolling around. I don't know why it hasn't fixed his lap. Maybe it will this time. As they come down the back straightaway, looking for turn number 3. Asher with the lead as they head into turn number 3. He's going to come down, gets in front of Moody as they head through 3 and 4. These guys out here struggle a little bit trying to get a handle on the car as they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Mark Thrash has already made his way up into the top 5. He's up 15 spots, looking for more. He's going to take it 3 wide for third. Asher stuck up on the outside. Oh, we got one trying to wreck. Big save back there in the field. Big save out of someone. I don't know who it was, but he had a handful somehow. Pulled it through as here comes Shane Haas looking for the lead on the high side. He's got Mark behind him. Down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3. Shane Haas going to lead up on the high side. Landon Moody down low as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Mark Thrash is up 17 spots into the number 3 position as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Side by side up at the front, it is Moody down on the bottom side. Shane Haas up high. Oh, man, Joseph Flannery down on the apron. Almost loses it in that number 5 as they head for turn number 1 and 2. That takes away Moody's help. Shane Haas going to go down a little bit, then back up the track. He's not going to leave Mark Thrash out to dry as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Here comes Zach Lovelace. We got one spinning hard into the wall. Dalton hard in the wall in that. Oh, God. Mario's going to smoke him. We got a couple cars down on the apron. If you guys got to take the tow, we will get you back on the lead lap. There's only 2 of you. Down the front straightaway, it is going to be Shane Haas leading the way. Mark Thrash in that number 14. Down below Lovelace. Lovelace up to the high side. Moody has fallen back all the way to that number 8 spot as Shane Haas leads the way. Here comes Lovelace up on the outside. He's got Asher creeping in behind him in that number 16 as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Can't quite get to the bumper as this field is mostly gone single file for now as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. So far, so good. They're going to keep it lean and green as they head into turn number 1 and 2. Side by side for that number 2 spot. Mark Thrash trying to get the advantage. He's going to get it out of turn number 4. He's got help coming from behind. Down the front straightaway, looking for the tri-oval. It's going to be Shane Haas leading the way. Moody's going to catch the field. He's going to start to work his way forward. He's going to move to the top side behind Asher. These two, we could see these two hooking up most of the night. Asher and Moody definitely looking to be a team here tonight as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Lovelace up high in that number 33. Oh, we got another one down on the end of the wall. It's going to be the 25 of Brady Gotch. He's going to get the inside wall. Big damage on the left front. Oh, we got big contact with the wall. Lovelace hard in the wall in that number 33. He keeps it straight as they come out of turn number 4. That was unfortunate for Brady as he's got big damage on that number 25. He's going to go down and get that fast repair. As they head into turn number 1 and 2. Shane Haas going to have the edge. Here comes Asher digging on the outside as they head through turn number 1 and 2. These tires are going to start to get a little rough here. We're going to see some more and more mistakes as they come out of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Saw one in the wall back there as they head for turn number 3. That's such a cool view right there. Down into turn number 3. It's going to be Moody back to the point as we got another one up in the wall. It's going to be the 666 of Frederick in that number. And that machine hard in the wall. He's going to keep it straight. Here's that caution flag. We got the caution flag down the front straightaway here for the first time tonight. All right, guys. Stay low if you're a lead lap car. The lap cars will rip around the outside, get their laps back. Lap cars, if you do go on pit road to get tires or whatever, just let me know beforehand so I can clear your black. Get what you can now. All right, so a lot just happened there. Bill's sleep went around. Let's see. Yeah, this started. Oh, we had a couple things going on there. There was a lot going on. Oh, my God. It wasn't that big of a wreck, but still, we had 2 or 3 of them. So it was time as we get the first caution flag of the night. Bill's sleep in that number 65. He's going to get back on. Pace car's coming out of 4. It looks like you guys are like 1 lap behind, I think. Yeah, Dalton, Mario, and Adam all 1 lap down. Yeah, you're 1 lap down compared to the field, yes. I think no, you might be on the lead lap now. It just hasn't registered on the thing. Yeah, everybody's on the lead lap now. All right, guys. First caution flag of the night. Bill Sleep going to be out front. That's going to work out for him in the 65. Everybody pulling off a pit road. Jack in that number 2 spot. Asher. Yeah. Yeah, Mario, you can take your lap. Just take the outside. Sorry. Nah, he's already good. Everybody is on the lead lap now. It just showed him on the lead lap because everybody was on pit road earlier. So now he is on the lead lap. Just go where iRacing says. If you're one of the ones that took the wave round, you guys set at the back. So it'll work itself out. It always does. All right, so first caution flag of the night as we are working things out. Sorry, I was listening to the chat. Max down on pit road. It looks like Clint and Joe down on pit road. Everybody has gotten their laps back. We are going to look for that green flag this time by as they head into turn number 1 and 2. If you guys can stack it up 2 by 2 if it's got you single file, or stay single file if you want in the back. That's up to you guys. All right, we're going to get ready for the green as they come down the back straightaway. How did these guys go a lap down? All right, so Mario somehow ended up back a lap down. Clint's a lap down. Joe's a lap down. So next caution, you guys will take it back. I mean, if you go now, that's up to you. Go ahead. I mean, you're probably safer out there by yourself anyway. I'm not going to answer that. That could get me in trouble one way or another, regardless of how I answer that. I've been threatened to be sued enough. Looking for the green flag as they come down to the tri-oval. It's going to be Asher on the inside, Moody on the outside as they look for the green flag. Green flag is out as they come down the front straightaway. Asher remembered the rules. He got on that gas. He is ripping in that number 16. Yeah, the restarts are on later. Sorry, I should have reminded you. Right. Massive pause. Massive pause. Down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3. It's going to be Moody out front leading the way. Lovelace in second. Shane Haas down to the bottom side into turn number 3 and 4. So field is spread out right now. How long will that take to bunch him back up? I have no clue. As they come out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Mark Thrash back here deep in traffic in that number 14 machine. Not sure why he had to go so far back. Maybe he had some damage. Y'all called the Gooners now. Okay. Down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. Oh, I got the wrong chat over here. What is going on? I don't know what's going on with the TikTok. Down into turn number 1 and 2. Going to be Shane Haas leading the way. I think we're in 1 and 2. I lost track of where we're at. Is there 3 wide out of turn number 2? 3 wide down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3 and 4. It is going to be side by side. It is getting dicey for position back here as we got a few cars that have lost the field. As we move back up to the front, it's going to be side by side for that number 2 spot. They almost make contact as Weatherington making the move on the outside. Down through the tri-oval, heading for the start finish line. Top side is moving. Asher on the back bumper to the 2. Shane Haas going to lead that time by down into turn number 1 and 2. Let's see who is at the back of the. How big is. Oh, we got one sideways. That's the 83 of Robert. Oh, the 17 sideways. He's heading down to the wall. Big hit into the inside wall for the 17. Big hit for the 17 down into the inside wall as Shane Haas going to continue to lead the way. Oh, we got the one around. Oh, he saved it. No, he's sideways. Get it going straight. Jarrett. Oh my God. Oh my God. You had a handful there, Jarrett. Down into turn number 1 and 2. It's going to be Shane Haas leading the way side by side for that number 2 spot still. Oh, we got one into the wall. He's going to save it. I think that was Kellogg. He saves it out of turn number 2. Turn number 2 is so treacherous. We've seen so many people just lose the back end as they're trying to go 3 wide. Up at the front, they're 3 wide for third. Oh, we got one that's going to back out of that one. I think that is going to be Shane Haas. No, it was Frederick. I think that backed out of that as they head down the front straightaway into turn number 1 and 2. They're going to keep it. That save was great. It was great. As they come across the line, it's going to be 16 laps complete. Field is pretty spread out right now as they head into turn. Oh, they're trying to wreck. They are wrecking. Oh, we're going to go ahead and throw that caution as we got one coming up into the track. Caution flag comes out. Oh, I think Shane just pushed up Shane and Shane got together. Oh, looks like Weatherington just got loose going in. Probably the air pack then. Oh, he tried to save it and then, back up the track. Big hit for Shane. As we are going to get the second caution flag of the night. Moody leads the way. Jared Gotch up to second. Frederick in third. Mark Thrash in fourth. Asher in fifth. Same thing, guys. If you are one lap down, just go to the outside. If you are on the lead lap, stay to the bottom of the track. Pace cars going into turn 3. That was a Shane and Shane wreck. I saw you come back up the track. That's why I threw the caution. I didn't want to have you catch everybody else up trying to get through. It looked like you might have had some air pack then on the back bumper. That might have played a role in that. Oof. We got people pitting, people staying out. Different strategies. Different strategies as we got a couple that stayed out on the track. We got 5 that stayed on the track. Moody, Gotch, DeRosa. Well, both Gotch, Brady and Jared. That's going to put him nose to tail. Jared Murphy stays out, and he burned up those tires. Turn 1 and 2. I am really surprised you stayed out, Jared.
Yeah, I was kind of back and forth on it, but I kind of regret it now. Not gonna lie. I'm in the same boat.
Well, Murphy took a ride. He burned the shit out of his tires. They're having a little fun out there in the chat.
Is Pace car into 3 yet?
Pace car's in 3 right now. All right, so working this one, 18 laps. It's going to be 10 to go when they take the green flag. Jonathan Burt is going to get back out on the track. Had a couple guys go around there. Looks like they are getting back up on the track. Looks like Weatherington's coming out. Lovelace should be coming out here shortly. Joseph Flannery is out on pit road. Looks like he is on his way out. Jack is back out on the lead lap. Mario's going to get another lap back. All right, Mario, you're going to just be one lap down still. If you catch them and feel comfortable about going, just make sure you let them know where you're going. They're going to be 2 by 2. They're coming to the green this time. All right, so the field has caught up together. Got a few guys still back there. Robert, Sullivan, Weatherington, all trying to catch the back of the field.
The best part of waking up.
There's a mark on your hand.
Just a heads up, the field is going down the back straightaway right now. All right, so
Holy shit.
the field is going into turn number 3. Mario is back out on the lead lap. He's going to come across the line. He's going to be a little ways behind the field, but we might get another caution flag here tonight. So he could still have plenty of opportunity to get up in this one.
Shane, you're missing the back bumper, so it might be a little loose. Just saying.
Oh, yeah, I still got 5 minutes optional left.
As they come out of turn number 4, we are looking for the green flag. Remember, start is on leader. When will Moody fire him off as they come through the tri-oval? These cars aren't so bad to get the big jump, but it looks like Moody's going to wait. That might bite him here on these old tires. He might have wanted to get a lead as they look for the green flag on the tri-oval. Green flag is out. Green flag is out as they head for turn number 1. The field is going to stay together.
I missed a gear, damn it.
Definitely got a couple of black flags I'm going to have to clear as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Jared and Brady going to work together. They're going to take the lead into turn number 1 and 2. Now here is the question. Are tires going to be an issue here tonight as we got a pack breaking away? They're 4 wide back here in the back as a couple of these guys trying to get things figured out. So we got the second pack here. They have broken up a little bit. Lovelace leading this pack as they head into turn number 1 and 2. They're 3 wide, or 3 and 4. They're 3 wide up ahead of them as they come out of turn number 4. Jared and Brady going to lead the way as they come through the tri-oval. Here comes Moody up on the high side. He's hooked up with Asher once again as they come down the front straightaway. Moody's going to grab the lead at the line, heading for turn number 1 and 2. Right now, the tires don't seem to be playing a big role, but I've got a feeling if you get a one-on-one or we get separated a little bit, the tires are going to come in big time for those guys with newer tires as they come down the back straightaway. Oh, Mark tried to make a big move. Moody with the block as they head into turn number 3. Mark going to go to the outside. Oh, they almost make contact. Mark's up the track in the 14. He's going to lose a few spots through turn number 3 and 4. Down the front straightaway, it is going to be Moody leading the train as they are almost 4 wide back into the tri-oval. They're going to get it back down to 3 wide as Max is making his way up through the field. It looks like these guys have caught the field from the second group. We still got a couple stragglers, but they might be in a good spot as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Yo, what's up, AZ Spotter? Out of turn number 2, down the back straightaway. Mark's going to move back up to the top side. He's trying to get the run to the outside of Asher as they head for turn number 3. Mark Thrash has got help. Here comes the 15 of Farless as they head through turn number 3 and 4. 4 wide into turn number 3 and 4. 4 wide out of turn number 4. They're going to keep it straight, break it down to 2 and 3 wide. Nope, they're going to be 4 wide again, heading for the trioval as Asher's going to make a big move, gets up underneath Jared to the line. Asher's going to lead that time by. These moves are getting crazier and crazier as these guys jockey for position down into turn number 1 and 2. One up into the wall. That's going to be Max in that number 21. Look for him to make a move late in this one as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Oh, Max is hard in the wall. Mark's in the wall. Oh, we got a couple spinning. Oh, my God. Frederick and Steven tumbling down the back straightaway. We're going to keep it green for now as they head through turn number 3 and 4. So 2-car crash back in the back of the back. They're going to keep it going green as they come down the front straightaway. Asher working that outside. Farless down out front. I guess it's Farless is in the number 8 machine. It is Joe Sullivan in the 15. Got a little confused there as they head into turn number 1 and 2. It's going to be Farless with the lead. Farless going to have the lead down on the inside. Asher needs some help. Can Gotch get to the back of them as they come out of turn number 2? Down the back straightaway. Max goes around. Max goes around down into the inside wall hard in that number 21 machine. That is unfortunate for Max as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Oh, Gotch in the wall. Here comes Shane Haas. He's making his way back up to the field. Shane Haas had that big wreck, had to get that fast repair. He is back up in the battle, currently in that top 5, as here comes Asher with a big push from Moody. He's going to lead that time by. Asher going to lead the way in the number 15. He's going to come down the track. They're going to be 2 wide behind him as they head through turn number 1 and 2. Farless with a great run here tonight in that number 8 as they drag race out of turn 2. Moody gets the wall. They're wrecking down on the inside. Oh, no. Oh. I think that's enough. We've had enough cars crash. All right, we've had a couple different incidents, so we're going to go ahead and throw that caution. All right, so a couple little things happened there. Let's go see if we can find out what happened with Glenn.
When I was growing up, man, a good friend of mine drove a late model stock car painted exactly like the car you're driving. Same number and everything.
That was the world's longest wreck right here.
Yeah, I just got this one off Freddy Paint.
Yeah, it's cool.
Glenn's going to grab the wall. So does Gotch. Both of them slide down the back straightaway. Oh, Mark nowhere to go. He's going to make a little contact.
Checking up hard in 3.
Glenn stays on the gas. Glenn had the world's longest accident. All right, so caution flag came out. We had quite a few people spinning off of turn number 2. We're going to see if a couple guys decide to take some tires. Frederick is gone. Max is gone. We're going to re-rack and restack them. A couple guys going to get the fast repair or get some repairs. Mark Thrash has got a ton of damage on that number 14. I don't know if he's got a fast repair, but we're going to find out. Clint's still up in this. Clint, they're checking up out of 4. We don't need you to jack anybody up. Was it in the 87s that Clint did that, Landon? I can't remember.
What's that?
Was it in the 87s that Clint did that? I can't remember.
Where he launched it into the sky? No, that was Gen 4, the new Gen 4s.
Oh, okay, that's right. Glenn Jameson, after his incident, stays out on the track. He's got no bumper on the back of that number 63. Oh, did he make a mistake here? That's going to be the big question. I think he did. He's got too much damage on that number 63. Oh, no. Will he go on pit road? Lovelace off of pit road. Brady and Jared both off pit road. Asher off of pit road. Moody off of pit road. Farless. Different strategies. Did people take? No. Yeah, some people took 4. Some people took 2. I think Lovelace and both the Gotchas took 2.
Thank you very much.
Up car coming high. Clear high. Thank you.
All right, so we're going to try to get a couple of these guys back. Well, I don't know if Bill's going to make it.
It's funny how the crew can get optional repairs with 30 seconds done when the pace car's only 20 seconds behind you.
This could be awfully interesting here as Glenn has chosen not to hit pit road. Let's see if he changes his mind. This time, he's got a ton of damage
Because they work faster than 70
on that number 63.
These guys are working 85 to 90 miles an hour.
It's actually because the clocks tick at different ratios.
I think Glenn's going for weight reduction.
He's winning.
All right, so they're going to stack them up 2 by 2. I think
Make the
this time
transmission
by
pretty finicky though, don't they? For an old vehicle, you know, it's like they may mess up some more.
we are going to get that one to go. We're going to have a 2-lap shootout here tonight. 2 laps to go when they take the green flag. Did I forget to do green, white checker? Oh, no, this is a green, white checker. All right, so we're good. I was hoping I didn't. 2-lap shootout. Will we make it to the white flag lap? That's going to be the biggest question here tonight, guys. Will we make it to that white flag lap? This is going to be a tough one. Down the back straightaway, 2 by 2 through the field. Got a straggler coming along right now. They think that's going to be Robert, as he is going to catch the field a little bit quicker than he thought. He's going to have to get on those binders as they head for turn at number 3. The field is heading into turn at number 3. I know you're still catching him, Joseph. Down into turn at number 3 and 4. Who's it going to be here tonight? Mark Thrash still in this one. He's going to have to do some work here tonight. Clint Sheehan still up in it in that number 69. As they are stacked up 2 by 2, we are looking for that green flag this time by. Pace car is in. When will Glenn fire him off? As they come to the green flag, will he go early or will he wait? I don't know what he wants to do. He's got damage on that car. I don't know how it's going to affect it, but we are about to find out as they are stacked up 2 by 2. He waits for the green. Green flag is out. He's going to get a good jump to the start-finish line. Glenn leads him to turn number 1. Topside going to try to gain some momentum as they head into turn number 1 and 2. They're going to be stacked up 2 by 2 through the field. Who's it going to be here tonight? Who's going to be our victor? Lovelace on the outside. He's got Jared. He's got Jared behind him down the back straightaway. Give the lead to Zach Lovelace. Lovelace going to take the lead as they head into turn number 3 and 4. It's going to be 3 wide behind him. Will they keep it straight? They're going to squeeze each other into 3 and 4 behind him. That's going to allow Lovelace to get a little bit of separation. The 63, then the 25 go around. Coming to the line, it is going to be white flag, 1 lap to go. 1 lap to go as they head for turn number 1 and 2. Lovelace is going to get turned off the nose. They ran out of room. They're wrecking. Oh, my God, big wreck as Jared's going to take the lead. Jared's going to have the lead. Jared and Jared, 1 and 2. Shane Haas in that number 3 spot. Moody's going to blink out down the back straightaway looking for turn number 3. Battle's going to be between the Jareds for the lead as they head through turn number 3 and 4. Murphy in that number 2 spot, looking for a way around. Can he find it? Will he use the bumper? Looks to the high side. Gotch blocks him high. He goes down low. It's going to be a drag race. Oh, Gotch into the wall. He's in the wall. In the number 5, Shane Haas going to get the number 2 spot. Murphy takes the win here tonight. Mark Thrash limps it through to 3rd. What a crazy one here tonight. What happened?
Sorry,
What
just couldn't
happened?
resist.
Go in, Jarrett.
Yeah, that.
Thank you.
Oh, a little bit of contact. Jarrett was blocking, and Murphy went low, got into him. Jarrett Gotch hard into the wall in that number 5, but Murphy going to take the win here tonight. What a wild one here tonight for these guys. We're going to go watch Murphy do a little bit of celebration, go through these results, and bring in our top 3. Thanks for coming out, everybody. Appreciate it. Top 3, if you are in the Discord, we'll do an interview. I did review that coming to the line. It looks like he tried to block high, and then Murphy was cutting up underneath, and they just kind of made a little contact there with the blocking. Just hard racing.
I pulled a Landon Moody.
Murphy's going to take the win. Shane Haas in 2nd. Mark Thrash in 3rd. Going to be Moody in that number 4 spot. Dalton DeRosa in 5th. Joseph Flannery in 6th. Going to be Robert in the number 7 spot. Jared Gotch in 8th. Lovelace in 9th. Going to be Joe Sullivan in that number 10 spot. Jonathan Burt in 11th. Farley's going to be 12th. Clint Sheehan in 13th. David Mayo in 14th.
Channel in Discord.
If you just go into waiting for interview, I'll pull you up. It's going to be Farless in 12th, Sheehan in 13th, David Mayo in 14th. It's going to be Asher in 15th, Glenn in 16th, Brady Gotch in 17th, Max Wong 18th. Going to be Bill Sleep in 19th, Stephen Kellogg 20th, Frederick 21st, Mario 22nd, Weatherington 23rd, Jack in 24th, and Keelam in that 25th position. Let's go ahead and I'm going to pause it right there because I think he was waiting on me to pull him in. And we'll pull these guys in for their interviews. Well, everyone but Murphy because the other 2 already came in. Yeah, no problem, Dalton. No problem. Yeah, I know that was a lot. That was craziness on that last lap. Man, what a crazy race here tonight. Overall, pretty good race. And Mark, you were up and down all night. Did not start where you wanted to. Up 17 positions.
I apologize.
Uh-oh. Asher's apologizing to someone. But great run for you, Mark. Got up to 3rd. Avoided all the chaos at the end. Man, that thing was flying tonight.
Oh, it went from the back to the front, to the back to the front. Pretty much every restart, I'd say. Even in between, I'd go back and drive back up and then go back. Whether it was mishaps on pit road, just getting air packed on the rear spoiler and getting a little bit loose in the corner. Or, just getting caught up. And I only got caught up in one wreck, really. And then, man, I think my wheel was left and right about 1,000 times on that last wreck, trying to save it and get straight. And we made it through, and I saw Shane had no bumper. I thought I was going to be able to run him down, but unfortunate for Brady, I think, ending up in the wall, or Jared, whoever it was.
Jared leading.
One of the brothers, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Brady got caught up too. Brady got caught up early, coming out of 4, and then Jared got caught up coming out of 4 to the last lap, and yeah, it was just hard racing out there tonight, man. That was wild. Everybody doing a good job tonight. Mark, why don't you give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Shout out everybody in the Discord, everybody who shows up here. Good to see Max again. Love seeing Max out here to run with us. It's always fun. He cut me a break and he ended up wrecking himself instead of just running me over when he should have. Uh, I'll thank you for putting on these shows as always. And Shane, you know, tried to push him up there to win it today, but didn't quite get there.
No, we didn't.
Well, good run. Good to see you run up front. Definitely. I think last week, was it last week or the week before? You had a rough one.
Last week didn't
Yeah, it
make
was
it.
last week. Yeah. So good to see you back up there with a podium. Shane Haas, you weren't in the podium last week because you weren't even here. You forgot about us. We weren't important enough.
No, I was in the ER.
I know, I'm just
with my
picking.
grandpa. Oh, I know. But yeah, it was a good race, though.
Yeah, you had a good one. It looked like you were following behind Weatherington, and I don't know if it was the air behind him or what. He lost it right in front of you, and then I forget, he got sideways, got into whoever's below him, took you both out. Man, that was a big hit, and somehow you were able to recover from that one.
Yeah, it just looked like he just got loose. He tried to save it, and I just had nowhere to go. But yeah, I think doing these cars for Moon Car Light really helped me a lot. The only difference is the temperature wasn't as hot. Usually it's like 145 in these cars when we do for traffic this race. But yeah, it was a kind of up and down kind of race, kind of trying to climb my way back to the pack. But somehow I made it through that wreck a little bit. So yeah.
Well, great run here tonight. Why don't you go ahead and give a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Yeah, for you for hosting these races every Thursday nights. It's pretty damn fun. Everyone down in Discord, Bill, Landon, Mr. Mayo, Max, good to see him, Max. It's always good to see him. He's one of the OGs in our group. Clint, Mark, and everyone else down there. Then Sam Speedway, MDI TV, and Rosie's Tavern.
And Riley out there saying Haas P2.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah, and Riley too. I forgot. Too bad. My heart kind of broke when he got loose and wrecked in the console, but he'll be up there again.
Yeah. He bought the car just to run with us, so that was his first time, which,
Yeah.
this is not an easy car.
No, it's not. Like when I first did Moon Car Light, I sucked, but like I said, over time it helped me a lot. One of these cars, because you gotta brake in the corner, especially in the draft, so you can't go all throttle.
Oh yeah, especially as the tires wear out. That turn 2 was treacherous tonight.
Oh yeah, especially going out of 2 with people hitting the wall. Oh yeah.
Speaking of treacherous, Murphy had one of those nights here tonight. Man, you did not have a heat race that you wanted. You almost didn't have the LCQ you wanted. You were able to squeak your way in, and coming from the back of the pack, you take the win here tonight, man. Lots of ups and downs, lots of huge saves, man. I don't know if you were having fun or just holding on for dear life tonight.
Man, I tell you what, that was some of the most fun I've had in a long time. Sim racing, man. Like mostly I just run dirt and then I'll run some asphalt and stuff on officials and whatnot. I really don't run any asphalt leagues, but that was some fun shit right there, man.
This car on any track, I think is amazing. I'm not as big on the super speedways, but you got to drive this thing on the super speedway. And the fact that you didn't wreck in the feature that one time and then didn't go in for tires, man, that was insane. I mean, you had to think that was out of your race.
I had to do something to try to make up the ground I lost. I felt like I wrecked. I still haven't went back and watched it. I just watched the last couple laps, the past few minutes, about 10 times over again. But yeah, I haven't went back and watched where I did 4 or 5 360s in a row. But yeah, that was pretty ballsy. I'd say not to pit. I wasn't even thinking about the tires at that point. I was just trying to get some track position.
A great race with you and a pair of Jarrett's running at them there. Spelled different, but you drift up to the top to go to
trying to get into him.
I was going to say you drifted up to the high side and he went to go drift up and block you. And so you cut down and it looked like he tried to pinch off a little bit and you guys just kind of met in the middle. I mean, it's kind of how I felt like what happened, but man, that was a good run with you guys.
Oh yeah, man. That's why I'm fine with the blocking once. You block twice, usually it bites me, so it's going to bite other people as well. You've seen it all night long. But as far as like that last restart goes, I had fresh tires on, which felt amazing because I didn't have tires like the first 30 laps of that race, it felt like. So, I mean, the race was only 30 laps, but it felt forever just sliding around there. And, but yeah, I can't remember who it was, but Shane, I think, saying you got to brake heavily in the corners, which you do, but I mean, it's just like dirt racing. You can't haul a thing off in there wide open and just try to fly around the corner, man. You got to take your time and you got to pick your poison. And on that final restart, I had fresh tires and I could just drive right to the bottom where everybody else just slide up off the top because they're just trying to get to the lead. So once I did that, everybody else wrecked in front of me and I just drove right by.
Well, great run here tonight. Why don't you go ahead and get a shout out to friends, family, sponsors?
Yeah, I mean, first I got to thank my buddy Dalton DeRosa. He invited me tonight to race with these guys, so I'll definitely be back next week. We're all part of HRT Sim Racing, my boys over there. And yeah, man, I'll see you next week. Thank you for broadcasting for sure.
Yeah, appreciate you coming out. Got a good group of guys over there, and maybe I'll catch you on one of these top split races I broadcast one of these days. I see you're getting up there. I ain't
that good on asphalt yet.
No, so I do the dirt. I do the dirt openers on Monday, which you have to be pretty high to get up in the top split for the supers and the big blocks.
Yeah, I'm usually second split, but I haven't been racing as much as I used to. But the
UMPs you probably have a better chance of making it into for the third split, third one. I'm pretty
comfortable in the mods.
Yeah, I think I've seen you in there and mods before. And between the super and the UMP race, we run a ARCA dirt race. So you're always welcome to join that too. So, all right, thanks for coming out. Appreciate you, and hope to see you some more.
Absolutely, man. Thank you.
All right, bud. Have a good one. All right, great racing here tonight, guys. Had a ton of fun. I am ready to call it a night. Thanks for coming out. We'll be back Monday with our openers. You don't want to miss that, guys. As always, until next time, be safe and have a good night.